All right, we had a good one in our game of the week tonight. Not as many points as we were expecting, but a little pointier than it was last week.
Yeah, we saw China Spring get a big win tonight, and Nikki is still out there live. Nikki, tell us all about this game.
Well, I'll tell you guys, it was a big win, but by looking at the score, you don't really see the story of the game, I would say. China Spring scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, and then they scored the second touchdown off a fumble recovery, 52 yards to the house in the beginning of the second quarter. And then after that, China Spring never scored again. So their defense really had to do a good job making sure that they were making up for the offensive struggles for the rest of the game. But as for Lorena, they looked very slow and sloppy in the beginning of the game. Like I said, that fumble recovery that costed them a touchdown. But they came out of the locker room at half and looked like a completely different team. I don't know what Coach Biles said to them in the locker room, but they looked completely different. They ended up scoring 2 touchdowns, one of them a super long run, and then one of them you saw in the highlight, that one-handed catch that I'm going to submit to SportsCenter Top 10 because that was crazy. But they missed the extra point, which is little mistakes like that they were making, but I think if they played like that the whole game, this might have been a different outcome. So I'm not going to say we worry about Lorena because they did look good in the second half. But China Spring's offense explosive off the top and then kind of slowed down. Defense took over. So a big win there. Like Coach Bell said, when they go 1-0 each week, then they're happy with the outcome. But he said the offense did struggle in the second half a bit. But we will break this down much more and, of course, talk about other games in our area. But our game of the week didn't disappoint. It was projected to be split by 12, so it was closer than we thought it would be, I think.
Lorena covered.
Yeah, exactly.
Covered.
Well, Nikki, I have a question. I talked to Brian Bell earlier in the week, and he said that he wanted to get his kids hyped for this game. This by no means is a trap game because Lorena is a worthy opponent, but could you tell that maybe those China Spring players came out with just way more juice in the first half?
Yes, and the crowd, like the student section was so loud. This is one of the most hyped games I've seen for the past 2 years. So I think they did come out really strong, but again, slowed down the second half. We'll figure out why maybe in the rest of the coming season.
Look, I think it's safe to say Lorena is the best 0-2 team in the state of Texas. And like Nikki said, we will dive into that toward the end of the show.